My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Adrian, Galadurth, and head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Dol Amroth, as we finally turn the tables on the Alcoholics Anonymous. I am so thrilled, and I am absolutely loving this campaign at the moment. This game is just so much fun. This is why I play this game so much. Not because I mod it and I'm trying to sell it to you all. I just still really love it. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't really like the base game. I think the base game's really boring, and the stack spam in Vanilla Medieval 2 is so ridiculous. People keep commenting on my videos and in the Discord and on any suggestion channel we have anywhere. People always say, please speed up the replenishment of troops. I hate waiting 5 turns to train a troop or 10 turns to replenish my army. And I just always shake my head and tut, and I think, have you not played the base game? Have you not fought against the boring, endless grind that just destroys your will and saps your mental fortitude as you try and work your way through 30,000 full banner armies from every single empire in the game? Have you not played against that hell? Because if you haven't, then I can understand why you're making those suggestions. But no, we're not going to speed up replenishment for that very reason. But anyway, here we are, as promised, straight away, fighting Captain Balakan, who has some footmen and some warriors, and behind him Mundamir, who has some footmen, some archers, and some raiders. And Imrahil is probably going to deal with this all on his own. So we're going to go straight in. As I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I have 3 people I would like to recommend you all to go and watch for more Divide and Conquer version 4.5 videos. And again, they'll be linked in the description. And I think this is the last round, so these are the last ones that came forward. So we have 3, as I say. The first is Legendary Giraffe, and again, all linked in the description below. You can also see a gentleman named Beastie7, who 70, sorry, who has Divide and Conquer videos as well. And then finally, Flying Pig. And all 3 of those have started up new 4.5 or version 4 campaigns. So if you're looking for someone else to get your fix from Divide and Conquer, then over the past 5 videos, I've recommended, I think, 9 people that you can watch. Something like that. So do go and check them all out. But turning to ourselves, the other thing I was going to say is, as mentioned, I've not fixed the sound yet. I will do that for the next episode. So there isn't any music on the battles. I need to rebuild the sound files, and I'm going to just create some new music playlists courtesy of Vindsvept and Adrian von Ziegler, so that we get some different songs in there. And this is a perfect opportunity to do it, because our music is currently not working. Right, let's get everybody ready. And at the moment we have the trees, so if Imrahil does need to take a break, much of our army can hide in the trees. Now pikes, for whatever reason, cannot hide, even if you tell them to in their unit stats. They just won't hide. That's just something they don't do. So the pike units will always be out on the field. Now the enemy that is up against us today is really not very good. They can hide. Oh, why? Just chuck him at the back here. Havengar, go with him. He can't hide because he's our actual general, but Imrahil can. The only unit, as I say, that can't are our pikes. We'll stand those out the front. And the Talon Knights will stand those at the back. The enemy will have a rough idea where we are, but they won't know how we've arranged our army. And if we do need them, we've got the secondary cavalry unit there, and Imrahil over on the right. Move yourself forward.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Imrahil, take those warriors. And you guys bring yourselves nice and wide. Although Imrahil, actually, if you could, for the moment, just run to there and spread yourself out. And now go for those warriors. Wonderful charge from Prince Imrahil there.
Much in our favor. Good tidings. The enemy
general's gone down.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
They've
lost half their men.
They've lost half their men. Their last few units come in range of our archers. There we are.
How our cowardly foe runs.
Perfect.
It's time to press the attack.
What a real team effort that was, everyone. Well done. Top marks. Right, now the next unit, the next army, has some archers. Oh, it's really noticeable there's no music now, isn't it? Now that I've pointed that out, it is incredibly noticeable. Sorry, everyone. I am sorry. I do apologise. I don't know why the battle music hasn't worked, but the campaign music has. But as I say, I will create a bespoke playlist once again, and update it to work properly is what we really need to do. And this time I'm going to keep a record of it. That was the problem. Oh dear, what did you just charge head on into? Oh, they're only spears. That's right. I thought they were the halberdier one.
This, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, absolutely
Only
crushing.
half the enemy force remains.
Crushing. Finish most of those. Yeah, they're all running away. Alright, and the Rosadan footmen are now making it off on their own, where hopefully our archers will finish them off. Let's see. They're coming in range, archers. Bring them down. They've got the trees for cover, though. Look, they're taking very few losses. Go on, run away. Run away. They came from Vinja Forestar. That's interesting. So that place can train. Ceasefire.
The enemy army flees the field.
Go on, finish them
Pursue
off.
and run them down.
Come on. Capturing is always so bad. And there we are. The enemy general is ours. And it's over.
Awed by
20
the
men
victory
lost.
We have won here today.
And they all came from the squires. Because the... Oh no, doesn't the one mean they healed? But then that would be... that would be 22, not 20. Anyway, Imrahil killed 499 of the roughly 900. So he killed just over half of everyone that died. So he didn't do it. I mean, he did the legwork. He did most of it, but he didn't do it all. He was supported by the archers and by the other cavalry. I'm so pleased to see that there are no other forces around Umbar and that it is completely, essentially barren. But we will need to send a scout out to the east, to Vinja Mitalmar. Vinja, by the way, just means new. So it just means new Forestar and new Mitalmar. See, if we're winning battles and only losing 20 men at a time, that's going to help us out immensely. But we need to go and check what is in that town or that city over there. We do need to go and look at that up. And I'm thinking, to be honest, we'll just send any old unit out on its own. Because all we need is scout. So just go and find the city. You'll probably be attacked, but don't worry. How the campaign turns now that we suddenly have Umbar on our side. I wonder what the actual Umbar army will do. Once we can kill Togrul as well, then we can really start to shake things up. I suppose I could take him in the field, and we would likely win. But if he attacks me on that bridge, we will absolutely slaughter him. We have 5 archer units, and we've got 3 pike units. We've got everything a man could ever need for a bridge battle. All set and ready to go. And we just need him to just chance his arm. But he's bloody well refusing to do it. But if we can get him to bugger off, then we can stand in the fort and at least make some money back again. We're losing nearly 4,000 a turn now. But, oh well. On to the next one then. Urithor! You've got some halberdiers, you've got some crossbows, warriors and bowmen. It's a full Rosadan army. No, they're both Azrazair in the middle. You're going to be a little harder because you have actually got some dedicated anti-cavalry. So we will use our archers this time. We don't want to risk Imrahil dying. He is so important. So important. Something that I think Dol Amroth possibly could get some sort of, because this campaign is hard. There's no two ways about it. Whatever is going to happen at the end of this campaign, one surefire thing is that I will already tell you right now how wrong I was in difficulty. Because we have not, by any stretch of the imagination, won this campaign. There's still a real risk to our survival and our nation. But we have, of course, made it more likely that we will come out of this victorious. But certainly one thing is that my difficulty rating was wholly misguided, and for the average player of Divide and Conquer, the kind of median player, this campaign is easily a 4, if not a 5. Probably a 5, to be honest, because it is a challenge. And one thing that I think could possibly offset that challenge just a little bit would be a reward for you capturing Umbar. And I think that a simple reward would just be another cavalry bodyguard that doesn't have Swan Guard. So, for example, if we gave you, not some Knights of the Silver Swan, that's way too OP, but what about, for example, getting a White Knights of Atheland, or getting a general with Seaward Lancers, just some sort of middle-tier cavalry unit that just rewards you for getting Umbar and then makes your job a little easier if you've managed to go down all that way and take the city. I think that would probably be a good idea. Because now, of course, our general bodyguard unit is a cavalry unit, but when it's only got 17 men and it's not Lord Imrahil, it is still powerful, but it's not doing the sort of wonder killings that we're achieving at the moment. And so having just one extra unit, one extra general. I mean, ideally, what we would do is have a unit from Umbar, like have a unique unit available to Gondor, the Northern Dunedain, Dol Amroth, the Reunited Kingdom when they're in the game, that is just a sort of an honor guard for Umbar, much in the same way that Minas Ithil Guardians are, like that kind of unit. Now, what we do not want is their crossbows firing back. And they're not at the moment, but get yourselves ready, because you're going to be shutting down the crossbows, and you're going to be shutting down those warriors. But the enemy at the moment is content to just let us shoot them, so we'll do that for as long as we can. Why are you moving forward? Ah, the Rosadan Bowmen have come in. Right, it's got to be now. Good charge from the Squires. Good charge from Imrahil. Pull back as the enemy now approaches us. Right, stop those warriors from getting involved. You three, keep going on the halberdiers. Send Adrian in as well. Buy them a bit of time.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Adrian's going in. It's an armor-piercing unit. We shouldn't really send Adrian.
The enemy general. Without him, his troops
It'll
will
do.
lose their will to fight. Only half the enemy force remains.
The bowmen look like they're wavering. The halberdiers are just not dying, are they?
The enemy
yes!
flees the field.
We got them just in time.
Down.
How many of them remain? 88%. They're capturing those. That's done. Right, go for them. You stop there. You go and capture those halberdiers for me, please. Just get enough of them. 97, that will do. 29 men lost. 648 killed. Oh, much more evenly spread. Swan God 160. Squires 140. 60. Talon Knights killed more than any of the archers. Those halberdiers just did not die, did they? Dear oh dear. They just ploughed on. Kept pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing. I wasn't expecting them to keep going that long, I have to say. I thought they would cripple and fall beneath our hooves. Or, not the hooves, but the archers. But no, not at all. And another round of executions. We can't afford to send their troops back to them. They've got to die. There's no way around it. And now we shall move on Vineyard Forestar. And he's going to head off and find that other town, so we can scout that out. I'm worried about what the Tolfalas force might do. And to be honest, by the end of this episode, we may well attack Togrul, because I don't think he's going to come for us. And we can't afford, quite literally, we financially cannot afford to keep our general standing on that bridge. We need to get him involved. He's got a really good army, and it needs to do something. And so we might need to just attack Togrul and get it over with. But in a bridge battle, we'll massacre them with almost no losses. And in a field battle, we will take losses. We'll still kill them. We'll definitely beat them. But just not as well. Oh, we've reached Moria for some reason. Dorwinian's Resplendent. Umbar has been lost. Damn right it has.
Orders. Yes.
You have terrible sight range. There it is. Ardumir. And it has no one in it. So, Guardsman, you head back to Umbar. You've given me the information I need. Please, please tell me that those morons, yes, they kept Gimmelcad in Khaldoon. Hello, Gimmelcad. I'm Adrahil, Prince of Dol Amroth. Your people have come from the south and pretended and dare to spread false rumour that you are the true sons of Numenor. Well, allow me to just introduce you to what true sons of Numenor really look like.
Your corpse.
Now let's actually dissect this army. What has it got? 1, 2, 3, 4 foot archer units that aren't really very good. 1, 2, 3 foot spear units. There's a good archer unit there in Coundish Hunters. We don't have any cavalry other than our general. Now their cavalry bodyguard is quite good. The nobles are cavalry archers and then quite good when they're not cavalry archers. So they're a pain. But what's your plan here, Togrul? Where are you going? You've declared war on me. You've sent an army to stand in front of me and then done nothing. You've done absolutely sod all since then. I don't really want Tirathoros back, if truth be told, because you'll just attack me forever and ever and ever and ever. I want that army freed up so I can go and get Gobel Tolfalas back.
Ships, mariners of the fleet!
Also, at the minute, you're costing me money, of course. Lynn here has halved in its money from loss of trade. Oh, dear. Oh, we can get Lebanon Marines here now. That's cool. No, I tell you what, actually, you can just sit there, because at the minute we're doing alright in the south. Harad will be threatening us soon, though. That's why I really want Mirlon before we fall. We don't know where the other son is, though. He could be anywhere. But we just can't afford abandoning the bridge. And we don't have any troops we could send out on a scouting mission back to Tolfalas. I'm sure it probably doesn't really have any troops in it at all. Do you have a general that we can send? We do, but we can't give you anything... Oh, no, yes we can. We can pull a unit out of the garrison here. Yeah, if we take those coastal wardens... You guys go to Atheland.
Mariners! Yes, sir. Captain of Gondor.
And then you guys sail him to there just to go and scout it out. And if there's no one there, we'll just take it. We'll just drop in and take it.
March to exhaustion, continuing later.
We'll drop your tax rate. Why? We can't upgrade you. You might as well just tax the sin out of you until the cows come home. Tax the sin out of you. That's a phrase that doesn't exist in our lexicon, and I've made up on the spot there. I must have confessed I didn't know that you could do this, in that by ticking that box there, the settlement details, as the name would suggest, always show up when you open a city tab. I mean, that's actually quite useful, I think. Can we tax Umbar more? Does it still like us? Oh yes, there's so few people here now. It's so easily managed that we can tax them. Although that gives us an extra 30 income. We can't upgrade Umbar, it's as big as it will ever be, so...
We can go no further today.
We just need to end the turn. Yes! No, it's Gondor again. Oh, Gondor, I don't want to attack Togrul in the field. But then I suppose this is probably... Oh, you've got nothing. You'd die and then it would just be all me. I'm not getting involved. Although they seem to be slowly weakening Togrul's force. It's nice that Gondor's helping. They're probably a little disappointed in me for not helping. But it's nice to see that they're getting involved. And every time Khand loses forces, of course, though, they're less likely again to attack me on that bridge. I just want a bridge battle. Is it too much to ask, Khand? Oh, no way. Oh, no, it's the diplomat. Stop getting my hopes up. Someone kill this bloody diplomat.
Your will, my lord.
You're in there. Oh, and then you are free. Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Mariners
Oh,
of the
dear.
fleet! That's right,
Oh,
fool.
dear.
It's an enemy ship.
Yeah, we're never going to beat that.
That's right.
Oh, hold on, that's a
fool.
Balukazgar.
It's an enemy. I'd never take orders from you. Mariners of the
I mean, I can't get the troops out. We've got to risk it, surely.
And the
Clear defeat.
grapple.
Yeah. Oh, and he died. Yeah, brilliant. Perfect. Right, so that came to nothing.
We can go no further.
Both ships. Both ships. Oh no, Bymeldir made it out to there.
That's right.
Jesus,
fool.
look, you put one
It's an
unit in a
enemy
ship and Umbar are all over you. Oh well, so we lost a general. Another one dies ignominiously at sea. Oh, and he got a son in before he died though. Sorry, Camir Thor. Have we got any chance of anyone else? 4, 5, 3, 8, 4? No. And everyone's now married, and you can't remarry. Damn. We didn't really have a choice. I'm sure they would have attacked us on the next turn, and chucking both of our boats that it was our best hope.
Ships ready.
By Meldir, you cost us 27 gold coins, and I have no use for you whatsoever. You're almost certainly going to die, but we'll keep you alive, I suppose.
We can go no further. We can go no further.
I don't think there's any other way we could have gotten him to Tolfalas. I suppose we could have walked on land, maybe, and somehow managed to sneak a ship round. What bothers me the most, the absolute most, is that the AI has absolutely no way of knowing that you moved those ships, and the only way it was actually able to go and surround my force is because the AI cheats and knows where all your boats are all the time. Because the AI didn't have any boats anywhere near me, they wouldn't have had sight range of that fleet, they would have had no knowledge at all that I'd put troops into that fleet and sent it out into the ocean. And they were able to find me immediately after I moved them into the sea. So, as expected, unfortunately... Oh, they are going to attack! And Togrul's going to be forced into it! Yes! Yes! Togrul! Please get involved, Togrul. This is going to be so important for you to get involved.
Don't let them any
There's a very real risk that he doesn't want to fight in this battle, hence why he's not the attacking army, and so he will just stand in the corner until the timer runs out. Which the AI does do. If they bring an army that they don't actually want to use, they will just let it stand there. It's really annoying. But they do it sometimes. Don't run away. I want just a nice line. You're all just going to target whatever comes on that bridge. Get a bit closer, actually. Pikemen move forward. You're going to need to get into position. Barragrand, you're going to be part of it. And then you're not really going to do anything.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements. Pikemen.
Pikemen.
Ready for orders, sir. Ready for orders, sir.
Overlap.
Ready for orders, sir. Seaward speedman. Onward. Your command, sir.
Yeah, more odds. Right, pikes, come on, get into positions, get into positions, get into positions. Now we're caught all out of whack. Ah, there we go. Made it just in time. Pikes down. Spears down. Spears down.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
There's more units coming, archers. The archers need to be way closer. This is a good practice run, isn't it? I don't think Togrul is going to get involved, I have to say.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Stop firing. We do move a bit closer. Stop running forwards. Nomad warriors, marauders. The marauders are never going to do anything. And those that do get through have got Seaward Spearmen. This is Barragun's army. Dol Amroth's mid-game sort of elite tier unit. Mid-game elite tier, that makes no sense. Dol Amroth's mid-tier unit.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Right. Oh, I think
Our
he
men
is
have
coming.
captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
All right, I think we're on. I think we've got a chance. Our enemy will come for us. So you guys move yourselves over there. If you would curl over to there, actually. You're going to go to there. You're going to go to there. And the Mariners who have the longest range of all, but we'll put them there, actually. Right, pikes. We'll go with just a standard line, I think. Those on stand at the back. Amrothian guardsmen, move forward. You counter there. Looks like they're sending something against us. I'm not really sure what, but... Oh no! It's Togrul himself! After season of standing in front of our army on the far side of this small river, which is called the Cerny. We're standing and defending on the Cerny River. Togrul finally charges us, and in a bizarre twist, charges to his death. He's going to charge head-on into a pike unit as a cavalry bodyguard.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
And one hopes in... He's getting right in there. He's really not feared. Come on, finish him. Kill him. Kill him. Your pike units, for crying out loud.
Good time.
Yes!
The enemy general lies dead.
There's some Variag swordmen coming now, everyone. Bows up. Tips ready.
Ready for orders, sir.
The pikes have defended wonderfully. I think they probably will send most of the force in now that their generals died. We have lost 10% of our army, though, but then we don't have very many people, so that's not surprising. Don't waste all your arrows on those swordmen. We want to wait for the grouped up enemy force that will eventually arrive.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
They're going down. Right, now prepare. The army is moving. Togrul is coming. Oh, and he's shooting back at us, though. That's always disappointing.
Your command, seaward spear.
So we're getting shot at, which is very disappointing. But here's the bulk of the force. Cavalry against pikes at the end of a bridge. It's going to be a slaughter. It's going to be an absolute slaughter. Yes! Charge everything you have at me, you morons. Charge everything! Really close that gap, because they are actually breaking through on that side. Right, pikes. Feel free to rush back at the buggers. Archers, you are taking a pounding. Their step archers are firing back. Stop running, stop running, stop running. .47 plays 20. We've got a lot of routing. It's just those damn step archers, that's the problem. Right, archers, if you would pull sort of out of their range, please, because you're taking a right beating. There we are. Now stop. Now feel free to fire back at whatever you can reach. The ground forces have arrived. There's still some archer units over there. We have got our cavalry general, remember. The tables can turn once the bridge part of the battle is over. But all their cavalry is dead, save for that unit of Candish raiders. There's only 4 of them left anyway. Oh, there's 15 there. And there's some marauders that ran away and then came back. And there's some nomad horsemen that did the same.
Your command. Your command.
Send in the fresh troops. Might break the enemy.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Pikes are taking a right pounding. We'll get a lot more money after this, though. Oh, there's music playing. So it's only certain songs that aren't working. Go on, let's take the bridge. Get into those archers and really start spreading some fear, shall we? Oh, dear, oh dear. Oh, my word. You're worse than Mordor. Goodness gracious.
We will smash the enemy.
They obviously went to the Mordor school of how to run away because they've perfected that mass rout. It's a shame we've only got 14 men to capture all these fools. Capture the ones that are running away, not the ones that are actually just walking away. There's a big difference. We can't exit, though, because those Candish hunters haven't actually routed yet. And so until they do, it's not a technical rout, is it? It's a managed retreat where they're going to get one unit to get away with its life. But everything captured is good, please. This is exactly how I hoped this would go. And it was all thanks, finally, to Togrul's stupidity.
Our foe is utterly vanquished.
Togrul had the world in his hands.
Remember it as the day of our most glorious victory.
And he threw it all away. Amrothian pikemen, 309 kills. The nearest, 262, Amrothian pikemen. The nearest after that, 205, Amrothian pikemen. And then 199 archers. Most of the archers getting above 100 except for one, who got a little under. Seaward Spearmen only killed 3. Swan Guard got 71 though, even in that small charge at the end. They killed 71. They are really a very good unit, the Royal Swan Guard. But with that victory, we can move this army in to support the troops. We can cross the mouths of the Anduin, and we can fight back. Khand, I think, that's obviously the bulk of Khand's army now dead. And their other forces, I think, are frittering themselves away against Gondor, either to our east or far to the east in Ithilien. And so we don't need to worry about them, is the moral of the story. Khaldun will hold for 6 more. We're going to attack Khaldun. I know that we don't really want to, but I can't stand here for 6 turns. So we're going to have to attack Khaldun, which is a real shame because it's going to have a garrison in it then. Ah, look, and Tolfalas does have some troops. Oh, they've trained some of our forces. You jammy bastards. Using our troops against us. Right, so there's Khan's offering now that Togrul has died. The Ardenaim are still actually sending troops because they're foolish and they're stupid. And we welcome foolish and stupid. We thrive on foolish and stupid.
Orders.
Guardsmen, well, you might as well come with us.
Ready your weapons.
The army will march. We'll wait and see what Khan does first of all, really. But so for now, actually, go and stand in there because if they siege you, that'd be brilliant. And that also gives us just a little bit more money a turn. Tolfalas otherwise has no forces. Our general wouldn't have taken it though, so he would have been wasted and trapped on the island in any event. Right, so then we shall end this episode with a capture and killing of Ar-Gimmelkad. Now, it won't finish their faction off because their actual faction heir is still alive somewhere. I don't know where, but he's out there somewhere. And the fact that they haven't sent any forces to assist at Khaldun suggests very much to me that they really don't have very many troops left. They didn't have an armory here either, so they don't get any forces to support. Of course, it's a city battle, though, and they've got a really powerful general's bodyguard. And Imrahil can't be used in city battles. Cavalry just does not work. They never charge properly, even if they're on a stretch of open ground. They just never charge properly. Now, they will get their towers, though, but they'll probably withdraw to the square and lose their towers, I would have thought. But everyone should stand back until the gate is down. Now, I don't think they get... So they get their towers, but because this is only a castle and not a stronghold, they don't get their really, really powerful towers. So the ram will almost certainly make it without any trouble. There's a very minor risk that fire arrows can set fire to a ram, but it's a really, really low risk.
With a battering ram.
They're standing their whole army on the walls. Oh, of course, this is the new battle AI, isn't it? That actually does consider how best to defeat you. And it's doing that quite wisely.
The battering ram
right, the gate's down, we're in. So, ranged units, come and get sort of involved and start shooting what you can on the walls. We've ideally, and in truth, we've sent the worst unit in.
Your command. Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
Our archers are getting shot and doing very little damage, but the enemy is now running away. If you can run in. There's some Southron pikemen that you're going to be able to charge right into the side of as soon as you get in there. Catch them a little bit off guard.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Go on, chase them down. Keep them fighting. Keep picking them off at the back when they're not focusing on you. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. You've totally decimated their advantage. Oh, you marvellous beasts. Right, there's 3 of you, and there's the enemy general. Now, you're our 3 best units, so I have real faith that you're going to be able to kill our Gimmelkad. Our guardsmen have been offered up as something of a sacrifice, it has to be said. And our archers are just dying out there, aren't they? So, just pull away. There's no point needlessly dying. These units are out of the range of the walls, so they're going to be the ones that are going to do it. So, Hrondor Mercs. You go for there. You go to there for me. And you 2 go around the side. You're going to flank him. The Mercs will keep him busy. Oh no, I tell you what, we'll send the Haven Guard in. They'll distract him and get his attention. Then the Hrondor Mercs can hit shortly after that. No, that's a bad idea because we've sent both of them around this way now. Right, they've gone. Go for it. Remember, they're spear units, so we do have a bit of an advantage. Gimmelkad himself is that fellow there in the more bronzy type armour. Guardsmen on the walls, they really have been offered as a sacrifice, haven't they? They're going to die. That's alright, because once we take the square, the enemy will be forced to come back to support their general. Or to stop us capturing the square. Once we take the square. Come on, once we take the square. Those Naru and Arus aren't dying. They're not dying, everyone. Everyone, they're not dying. I don't have any other troops. You guys can probably get through. Come on, run. There's 100 of them, and there's 110 of us. We're an anti-infantry unit, so why aren't we doing better? Oh, Gimmelcat is going to bloody well beat us, isn't he? Those guardsmen, you've got to get in there, and you've got to get to the square. Come on.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Well, you say that, but I don't think we will. I think at the moment we're going to lose Prince Adrian against Gimmelcat in a pathetic show of a battle. Go on, guardsmen. Oh, the enemy's coming. The raiders are coming. Right, we've supported now. The enemy general is now outnumbered. The influx of our forces has to help. His own forces are now coming as well, though. If we get anywhere near the gate, we get shot by arrow fire because the enemy still holds the damned walls. Imrahil, you're going to have to get in and help. This is such a gamble. Yes, Imrahil made it straight through. No risk, no challenge, no trouble. I know that cavalry is not very good, but raiders are not very good in battle anyway, and Imrahil is good even if we have to stay in melee. Oh, and he's actually charged quite nicely there. Well done. That relieves our troops a little. We now severely outnumber the Royal Guard. I think we're going to do it. Charge again, charge again, charge again. Come on.
Our men no longer command the castle. The enemy general lies dead. If
yes!
we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yes! Yes! It's our day, Gimmelcat. It's our day. Not yours. What is still fighting? Not our guardsmen, because they all died. Dear oh dear, we paid so heavily for this victory. Form a wall. Right, the enemy is now coming in. And as they move past the towers, they gain the towers back and they try and shoot us. Imrahil, you go out so that you can charge back into them again. You guys go there. Because we've got pikes coming, I think. No, it's archers, and then the pikes are behind. Oh, we can charge the archers in the back, that's not a problem.
Our men have taken control of the castle.
There we are, that's the archers like defeated.
We will smash the enemy.
Don't let Imrahil die, though. Right, now the pikes are not focusing. Oh, yes, they are. Alright, get them that way, go that way. It's over, we've won, we have won. We've paid really badly for this victory, though. This is a prime example of why we should have just waited.
The enemy army awed by
457 to kill Gimmelcat. Goodness gracious. And it's not even going to defeat the faction. That's the problem. That's the crux, isn't it? Gimmelcat will still... the Umbar will continue. And we've massively nerfed our invasion force. If Harad sends anything, we're dead. That was really silly. That was really silly. We should have just kept sieging them. Just kept sieging them. We lost 2 guardsmen units. We lost most of our Haven Guard. The Talon Knights will replenish. That's not a problem, of course. But the others won't.
We've destroyed them! We have gained a territory.
Ah, well, at least we get fantastic sight range. And we now make money. But at what price, I ask you? At what price?
I will only address you in battle.
But we have got the Northern Army, and that now can make its way south, so that's all right. And we know that their faction general isn't in Tolfalas, so he's in Han or he's in Mirlond, because there was no one in their what is now their capital. Although they are rebuilding their capital, aren't they? So we probably should have pushed out and taken that. But it's the border with Harad. Now that we are bordering Harad, they will come. There's no way around it. We needed to have really severely weakened the Ardenaim. And if, to be honest, if we are going to lose Khaldun or Umbar, then our best bet is to just give them to Harad. We do not want the Ardenaim getting them back. We can retrain there for some reason. Khaldun makes absolutely no money. 34 gold coins. That's ridiculous. Absolutely bloody ridiculous. I'm not sure that we should just sit here idly, though. I think we should probably press out. There's just no reason to sit and wait for them to come and siege us, or worse, wait for Harad to come and knock on the door. Well, we can't move in a full turn. We can't get there in one turn anyway. I'm tempted to go in that fort, actually. Because then we get 4 free upkeep. And we're really not concerned about Khaldun. If we lose Khaldun, we lose Khaldun. I really couldn't care less. And actually, this one isn't all that useful to us. Do we destroy everything and move along? I tell you what, we'll take out the archery range. And the Raiders Guild. So that if they do get it, at least they're not getting melee. Oh, and the arm of the blacksmith. Yeah. And we'll leave the rest. It now actually makes negative income. How can a city get negative income? It's ridiculous. But there we are. Right, so on the next turn we'll move and we will try and take Mirland. We'll try and keep up the rush tactics. Where is our general? Oh, no, giving them to Khand. Well, Khand won't hold them, actually. Khand won't hold them, whereas Harad will. So go and check out Harad. I know it's a bit cheesy, but we just don't want the Ardenaim to use them at all. We want the Ardenaim to be beaten down to nothing, to a crappy nothing-y faction. Ideally, we don't want to actually take all of the Umbars or the Ardenaim cities, because then they'll go back to being a horde faction. But then actually, if we make Tolfalas their last city, then they will go horde from Tolfalas, which means they will be stuck on that island, unless they can get their ships over to them, which obviously they may well do. But we could then hopefully mop them up, or let them take it back and just re-siege them, and just basically keep them contained in what we could call the Ardenaim Zoo, by keeping them trapped on the Isle of Tolfalas. But next turn, it'll all kick off. We've got this army to move out. Barad will be our target. We want to keep up the pressure on the AA. We're not too concerned about Khand. They're easily beaten. And we'll take Mirland as well, which should hopefully leave the Ardenaim with only Tolfalas and Ardamir. Ardamir, though, is able to train troops. We probably should have gone there first, because our army... Well, I'll tell you what, if we take Mirland, and then... Because our army will then be at Barad, so that army could then press south. If we take Mirland and then send that army back to get Ardamir, where we know their general isn't, hopefully, actually, taking Han and Mirland will wipe them out through regicide, so we shall see. But for now, I am going to end the episode, as it's been another longer one. So the next episode for Dol Amroth will be a week today. It will be next Wednesday. And as I said in the Dorwinian video, as that one is really drawing to a close, I think we've probably only got this 3-campaign system for a few weeks. Dorwinian's really coming to a close. And Isengard won't be too far behind, I wouldn't have thought. But for now, that will be all for this one. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. Do check out the channels that I linked in the description below and see if there's anything there that takes your fancy. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Neden Pedamad Melunin, and farewell.